Okay, so today, it's rather cold, so I'm going to put this up. We are outside Dulwich College, which you probably can't see very well, but I'll do some B-roll so you can see it, because unfortunately it's winter in the UK, it's a rainy day, and the windows have misted up quicker than something that mists up really quickly. But this video I've been wanting to do a while. I've tried it in various locations. I did a bit of it by the river with some sunlight, very nice, etc. Didn't work out. But in short, I have been using the Nextbase 422 something for a while, and it hasn't really given me the footage that I wanted. I've been down to Bordeaux and back with it. I went down to Spain with it. And there's a few other things that I wanted to do about, driving around London and not being an idiot, which not many people seem to be able to do. But in short, didn't quite have the... there's two issues, I think. One of them, it doesn't have the resolution, but also it vibrates quite a lot. So anyway, here we are. I think the other thing is that I was using one of these cards, which again, I've got loads of them hanging around, but they're not ideal. So I have finally upgraded to the 4K one, which not only is 4K, which will give me a kind of resolution I can work with, but it will also give me a anti-vibration, and there's various there's something to do with a polarizing filter as well. The screen on the Defender is not great for recording. Well, the whole combination of the Defender, the screen is not that great because it's very vertical and attracts all the bugs. But B, as everybody knows, the window wipers are not that great on the Defender. So what they tend to do is just smear. And so there comes a point that your video is just like how many bugs you can catch on the screen, which, may be an interesting video for some. We'll see. But, so there's a position of where to put it, how it's been there. I've tried it up, down, in the middle. At the present it's in the middle, as I'll be showing you from a different angle. And I had just the rear facing camera. Now Nextbase, they're a British company, so I was quite happy to use them. But one thing they're not good at is describing how their cameras work. So I eventually, after going through various websites, I think Halford's was the only one that described it to me. I've taken a punt on this one, but still, I don't know if this is going to work on the rear screen of the Defender, because pretty much all cars have a sloped rear screen, and the Defender's is pretty vertical. But it would be good to have a view out of the back. The ones that come with various radios are not that great. But what I have got is a high endurance card. Now quickly, I've got two. So I'm going to put the 128 that I had before in another car, because when you do a long journey, 128 is actually not that long, so it doesn't give you the entire trip. And also, I won't bore you with it, but there's this whole thing about how many life cycles you'll get versus the 256, and if we're going to be doing 4K, then 256 is the way forward. But these are high endurance ones, and I went with the super high endurance one. But as you'll see, you get more hours out of the bigger card for reasons I could put a link in below, or you can Google. But basically, it's the amount of space. So let's not leave that one. And I have got the Fit Kit, which is going to allow me to fit it, hardwire it into the fuse box. That lovely fuse box, which I've got a video coming out soon of how we've made that a little bit better. So let's get on with it. So the present setup ain't great. I've got it sort of hooked over the mirror like that, and sort of under, and then it sort of loops down to behind the stereo. But ultimately in the Defender it needs to go down to the there's a fuse box down there that it will map to, and not be using this. I've got a quick update on this thing, because as you can see it's broken, and I plugged it into my USB laptop, which is not good. I think it blew it. But if we cut back to this in hand, I've had it there in the middle of the screen because that was a compromise of the rear view camera that we've got there. But as you know, I'm going to be changing that, as I've just said. So let's see how we get on. Let's see how we get on when we've changed that. to a better option. Now, the better option is debatable, because I don't know, as I said before about the window wipers smearing, I don't know whether to have it in a place where the window wipers actually do cover or where the window wipers don't cover. As you can see, like now, if you had it where the wipers don't cover, then the raindrops are not that good. But when you're actually travelling, you'll see from footage that I've got that the bug splatter isn't great. And also, you know, just generally, I think the consensus is going to be, I mean, I've put some upgraded wipers on this one, that you need decent wipers and, you know, get on with it. I do actually have to replace the water jet, which has reminded me. But yeah, let's get on with it. So, one of the nice things about a Defender is the masses of places where you can actually put things. So right now I have my DSLR mirrorless camera hanging upside down, but let's do a little bit of an unboxing in a Defender. What could go wrong? Well, I'll tell you what could go wrong is my mirrorless camera could fall from where it is at the moment. Oh, I hate it when people do this. Fortunately, I should imagine a Defender key is good for breaking an OEM seal. Lord knows it's not good for securing your car. Not the best OEM seal cutter I've ever used, I must admit, but it's better than none. So yeah, nice little box once you've finally got it open. You get all the wonderful leaflets that we're going to put over there. Lots of places to put them. You get the little dash cam. I'll show you in a bit. The dash cam is slightly bigger, I think, than the than the other one. It is, and you get a lovely little bit of foam packaging, which is very nice. A little cover on it. So we're going to take these off, and you get another little box, sort of covering, where we have the charger, which don't be tempted to cut that and use it to power your vehicle because they're different voltages. And you get the various things that I don't think I should be needing. I am hoping that they both have exactly the same, I'm hoping they both use the same mount. I'll be quite disappointed if they don't, but you know, it won't be the first time that I've been disappointed with a new technology product. So yeah, let's take this little plastic cover off. I always then stick them in the box. Little things that keep me amused. Now what you do have to do, I think, is take this, there's a little cap here that comes off that lets you plug it into the pluggy-inny thing, which is a technical term. Don't mind me. Right, so this is the little device. We are going to get the SD card, the 256. Now I know these are pretty easy. If you wanted to know the knack to open these, it's probably not going to be what I do on camera now. Generally, you get them out and you can stick your nail in to the there you go, stick your nail in there, take open the cellophane, and out comes your lovely card. Now this is a micro slot, so we are going to stick it in as it shows in the image, which is in there like that, and that's stuck in fine. So yeah, there's the power connector here, and then the rear camera is going to connect here, but we're going to get rid of the rear camera. Oh, some sand. Yeah. I'm going to turn it on. I don't know if I'll be able to turn it on. One thing that is really disappointing is that the battery life in these things is nothing. I mean, it's not even like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, I am a bit worried that they may drain my main battery. So I may have, what I may do is put, but if I want to put it to the fuse box, I'm going to have to put it to the fuse box, right? I'm just going to have to maintain a second battery, I think. But let's not get into that now. Let's get it on to its little bracket. And right, so this in theory should be as simple as, yeah, pulling that one off, which never goes as easy as planned. But yeah, there's probably a bit better actually, because there's a little bit bracket in there. So let's take this one off. Then in theory, this one should just go back into that little bracket, and it does. And yeah, so we can stick this back on. Now, am I going to stick it in the same place? Well, probably not. The problem is, well, yeah, for now I'm going to stick it back in the same place, because I know I can power it on in a minute and it will work. So that is going to go there like that. Now we may have to turn the Defender on, I think, to make this work properly, but let's loop for now this back in here. Now this little, as I was saying, so this one comes off and this one just stays dangling. I mean, what's the anyway, let's not go there. So I then tuck this behind there. So let's change the angle again and show you the interface. Okay, if this works, I'm going to have to take back if this actually works, I'm going to have to take back everything I ever said about the Defender. Obviously this is assuming you can still hear me, but let's go into English. Ah yes, we are. Okay. 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 There's lots of OKs going on here. We definitely want kilometers per hour, do we? Yes. I suppose we should have gone for legally miles per hour, but who cares? No, I don't want to enable Alexa, do I? Let's skip that one for now. Okay, so it appears that we are already working in glorious 4K. So as of yet, I don't have the rear camera. I've been down to front and back without the rear camera. I did shoot a bit more here, but I didn't finish it, so I will finish up shooting and installing the rear camera. And I did some great night photography as well, which will be quite nice, but that will be in the next one. In the meantime, this was the B-roll of Dulwich College. Not great, I know, but I've got something to show you about Gertie. As you can see, Gertie's had some changes as well. Malcolm from Land Rover Restorations has helped me put the new door hinges on and do something that Solihull never managed. Oh yes, the doors are straight. I shall show you now. That, my friends, is a straight door line. I know, it's hard to believe, but it can actually be done.